The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner, winner of the Italian Heritage Media Award, with your hosts, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo.
That's me.
Welcome. That is you. Welcome to the Sicilian Corner podcast, video podcast, radio show. We're on how many different platforms now, Mikey?
16.
You have no freaking idea.
16.
No, we're on a lot more than 2. We're on
16.
Are we really? YouTube.
Our star producer,
Chrissy,
how many platforms?
How many platforms?
Definitely 16.
So she doesn't know either, quite frankly. But
thank you.
I do know that we're on YouTube, WCAP, Facebook, ABC, CBS, ESPN,
Alexa,
the Porn Channel. We're on all these.
We're on everything. We're on the Porn Channel.
Oh, we're on all of them, and we love it. Again, Mikey and I, over the years, we've had spent a lot of time together on the air, and we've had a lot of fun shows.
Not only on the air, but we do a lot.
Oh God, we have a blast together. You know something? That's pretty interesting that we socialize and actually like each other.
No, you like me.
That's a good point. Very good point. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing.
All right, so this is a serious show. And the reason being is going back about, how many years ago was
11.
that? 11 years ago. About 11 years ago,
That's right.
a dear friend of ours, this is Kathy Bosher Reynolds, her son, Chris, was 25?
Correct.
25 years old and had a diving accident, dove off a boat and landed the wrong way and has since been paralyzed from the chest down, correct?
Shoulders down.
Shoulders down. So let's fast forward about 10 years ago. Mike and I and this gang from the Sicilian Corner, we did a fundraiser at Sorvino Vineyards.
Yes.
That was a blast. That day was a lot of fun.
We did it on a Saturday.
We did it on a Saturday. It was a special show. We had a lot of people, a lot of fun, food. And I think we raised about $6,000 or $8,000.
And they even made a wine with Chris's name
That's
on it.
right. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
So now we're going to fast forward 11 years, and Chris Bosher is now 36 years old, and he is you couldn't ask for a nicer guy. The kid he's the best.
Tommy, did you know him before the
well, my
accident?
family did. Al and Mark, they all knew him. And then Al and Mark is the one that came in and said, hey, you guys need to do something.
Oh,
and David
okay.
Teresi, my cousins.
Okay.
Because they all knew Chris and Al.
Yeah.
So we decided to do something. And since that time, we also didn't we have Chris at the station, too?
Yes.
Remember we had him?
Yeah.
We had him outside the station at WCCM.
That's
We had a little,
That's right.
Right. Make a long story short, now we're fast. Chris is now 36 years old, and again, he's paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair. And you've been using a transport van for how long now? 11 years.
Yeah.
And the thing has seen its day.
It absolutely has.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we've decided to reach out again to you folks to help Chris and his mom see if we can raise the money to buy a new van for Chris, which is not this isn't a van that's you can buy for $4,000 and put your skis in. Right. This is an $80,000 unit, correct?
Correct. And if the van breaks down, he can't call an Uber.
Right.
Because it's got to be a transport with the ability to put a wheelchair
Good
in.
point.
And that's not easy.
Good point. So we're reaching out today. We have a GoFundMe page. Kathy set up a GoFundMe page, and that David and Chrissy will be posting throughout the show. Now, David, correct me if I'm wrong, but the link, you're going to post the link on the comments part of it? Okay, and the reason being because they can't click right on the link
on the screen on the screen that they're seeing. They can't click on that link, but we'll put it in the show notes.
In the show notes, so that you can click on it. Great.
I have a question for Kathy.
Go.
With all the money that our government wastes,
I'm with you on that one.
there's no program that can help a situation like you have, and you're willing. I mean, you're living it 24/7.
Correct.
There's no such thing as a vacation for you.
Right.
I mean, it kills me,
That's a
Tommy.
good question, Mikey.
We give money to countries all over the place that can't stand us.
And we're
They
funding the IRS agents.
That's a good point. Kathy, that's a very good
That's a
point.
very good point.
You know, interestingly enough, by the way, today is Tuesday, and you're watching the show
On Friday.
3 days later, on Friday. You set up the GoFundMe page when?
Last night.
Last night with $25 in it.
This is a great story.
Right? I woke up this morning. We sent an email out. Kathy shared it, and there's $13,000 have been raised since last night.
That's
which is
amazing.
How's that?
And that is a point that I want to make sure I'm clear on, is without family, friend, and community, people like me who have children or parents even that suffer a tragedy like this can't survive. Just cannot survive emotionally,
Right.
financially, the whole picture. And we have been blessed beyond imagination with the community that just comes out in force when. And last night, I woke up, I had tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh my God. And you sit there and you're
Not
looking.
even 12 hours.
Not even 12 hours.
And let me tell you something. We're reaching out to everybody that can hear us, whether you're on the radio, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube. My friends in Florida, step up to the plate because you guys all have big bucks in your pockets. I'm talking to Tommy Cerrito, Joe Marino, Tony, Pete, all you guys. You're coming up Saturday. Mike and I are shaking you down for a few hundred apiece, Mikey, right?
Easy.
Right?
Easy.
We're going to
too.
shake them all down Saturday night at the feast.
2 bills that they don't eat.
You have to pay to hang with us. How's that?
Oh, that's interesting.
Not bad?
I like it.
All right, so anyway, please go to the GoFundMe page. We're going to talk about Chris, and we're going to throw in some other stuff that Mike and I typically talk about, like stuff that's mindless.
That's usually all you do, right?
That's pretty much that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm only the token here to provide information?
Right. No, but I'm going to tell you something. This is out of the gate. And I says to Mike, I'm going to go commando. Oh, Jesus. Look at this.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Okay. I'm going to go commando. No,
Whoa,
help
whoa, whoa,
yourself.
whoa.
Help yourself.
I don't get one of these.
Help yourself.
You told me that I would feel
Let me
better
just have a
if I started drinking martinis. And I told you I don't like martinis. And you told me I had to drink them during the day, not at night. So have you had yours already?
I don't indulge until 4:30.
All right, so this is mine. And since you've invited me as your guest, I wanted to launch my martini drinking on the show.
You got it. You've got it. Look at the look on your face.
That's strong.
I'm sitting here with coffee like a sucker. I didn't know we were going morning
All right,
martinis.
listen, I do have a.
Jesus, it's
I'm
going
going to reach out right now. We're going to go commando, Mike and I. Somebody out there, and there's a picture of Chris, by the way. Somebody out there has a good relationship with Charlie Dare. I'm asking somebody to reach out to the Dare family. We all buy cars from the Dares. I bought 6 cars from him, Mikey. 6.
You bought one without seeing it.
That's correct. The most recent one I bought, sight unseen. I had Wayne go test drive it, and I say, buy it.
It didn't change much in 3 years.
It didn't.
No.
So
Same color.
anybody that has direct access to Mr. Daher, I'm going to ask you personally to reach out to him and ask if he can kind of help out here with the cost of this van. I think that's...
The Dare family is
And
very,
they're usually very good.
generous.
They're excellent. I'm not being combative. I'm saying Charlie has always been good. Maybe somebody can reach out to him. But let's get into...
There are a lot of people out there that try and raise money for different causes. This is something that's extremely, extremely important.
absolutely.
And I'm hoping that our listeners can
Can
really
help.
help you and your family
Right.
because you and I were talking before this show, and you brought tears to my eyes because God bless you. I'm going to say that to you.
Thank you.
All right, Kath, can we get into...
Yes.
I want you to tell us about... Give us a little background. Tell us about Chris before he was injured and what exactly transpired. Do you mind?
No, I'm happy to share that. Chris, as a young kid, was very strong-willed, strong mind, and if it wasn't for that, he would never have survived the injury because all of a sudden, as a workout enthusiast, he can't move any part of his body. So at age 13, he was very entrepreneurial. He started his own landscape business, bought his own
Did he
ride.
really?
Yeah.
13.
13, bought his own ride-on mower.
Nice.
And would go around to people that were in their 30s saying, I'll give you a senior citizen discount if you hire me. I said, this is not a good marketing strategy, Christopher. But they hired him. And if we went on vacation, I had down in Salisbury, I had to drive him back home because customer service was all about customer service.
That's a good thing.
So then he went on, he did a lot of research on economic development and went to Lowell.
No,
And
did he go to North Andover High?
he went to Chelmsford.
Chelmsford High.
Chelmsford High. I had to think that out. That's
Okay.
strange. So he was looking for a job after college. And he went on 124 networking appointments, starting with the mayor of Lowell. The mayor of Lowell wouldn't see him. So Chris sat there and said, no problem, I'll just wait. And the mayor of Lowell ended up giving him all this stuff. And he got hired by Boston Capital as a technical writer.
Okay. Very good.
So that's kind of a summary of him.
And then the fateful day happened. You guys were on vacation up at the lake.
Yeah.
And he dove. We don't have to get into the specifics, but he dove off the boat. And
Well, I want to just say that because to me this is important for all families out there, is that he got on the boat to get a sandwich. A wave came. He lost his balance. Dropped his shoulder. And if you're familiar with the sandbar, when you put your anchor in, you get a mound of sand.
Where were you, Bron Bay?
No, we were Lake Winnisquam.
Oh, Winnisquam.
We're on Winnisquam. And he hit that sandbar just right, and he was lying in the water.
Jesus.
And I'm mad. I'm going over there like, I think he's doing dead man floating. And I rolled him over, and he said, Ma, I'm in trouble.
Wow. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're going to get into a little more of the specifics. I want to talk about spinal cord injuries.
Yep.
I know that over the years, you and I have spoken, and you have done immense research.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very beginning, quite frankly, you were real positive about the direction it was going in, but it seems to have maybe flattened out a little bit.
I would say.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. We are with Kathy Bosher Reynolds. Please go to the GoFundMe page. $10, $50, $100, $1,000, whatever you can afford would be appreciated. Hang in. We'll be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimack Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimack Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State Inspection Station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, we are back. And Mikey boy, why don't you tell us about our good friend Tommy Yameen and the great staff at Butcher Boys?
Well, you know something, Tommy? They're going to have a drawing. There's going to be 3 awards. Kathy,
hold on. Do I win anything?
The Bosher Reynolds family buys nothing from any other market other than Butcher Boy.
That's pretty cool that you brought. I mean, we had no idea that you.
And I'm not putting the arm on Tommy Yameen at
No,
all.
and they know me.
Just because we're giving him a nice promotion over here.
Yeah, well,
we're not going to put the arm on him for a
They
donation.
know me, and how long ago did you give these bags out? And I still have
agree
it.
with you. We shouldn't put the arm on Tommy Yameen for a $200 donation to Chris.
No.
Right?
Something? I didn't even think about that.
I think we should not ask Tommy for $200 for the Chris Bosher van. I don't think we should do that.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Go ahead, continue.
I just want to say, if you go to info@butcherboymarket.com, that's info@butcherboymarket.com, you can get all the information about this drawing. But first prize, Tommy, is a $300 Butcher Boy gift card.
You know what I would buy with that?
Second prize.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Oh.
4 or 5 bottles of it. Ellen and I, we kind of use
I thought you were going to say wine or something.
No, Ellen and I, we like the olive oil.
Yeah?
We use that.
Yeah.
The second prize is a $200 Butcher Boy
In the
gift card.
bathtub.
And 100 is third prize.
Sorry.
And you know what you have to do?
I couldn't help
Tommy,
myself. Go ahead.
But let's pay attention.
I'm sorry.
You have to pay attention.
Sorry.
All you have to do is take a picture or get in touch with them, and the information's at info@butcherboy.com. And the farthest you take the Butcher Boy product, in other words, like say you bought some steaks and you froze them, and you flew to California. You take a picture of the steaks in California.
Well, wait
with
a second. So can we buy a couple of steaks and send them to Al in Sicily?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Very cool.
We'll take a couple of different pictures.
And Al can hold
and we'll
them.
go for all 3 prizes.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that?
We'll sweep it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be green by the time they get there.
Someone will
but-
shellac them.
Ah, there you go. Now you're thinking.
Shellac 'em like Ronnie Valente. That was funny
That
last
was
week.
funny. All right.
But anyway, listen, great contest. You can win 300, 200, or 100.
That's a
very
good
simple. All you
concept.
need is a picture of where the product, how far you're taking the product.
And where can they buy Butcher Boy products, Mikey?
Right on Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, or just follow Kathy's car.
That's
one or the other.
All right, let's get back to Kathy Bosher. Today we are trying to raise a few bucks for Chris Bosher, Kathy's son, who was paralyzed in a diving accident 11 years ago. Chris is paralyzed from the shoulders down, and it's time for a new van to get Chris around. I just crazy. Kathy, you know, over the years, you and I have had conversations, and we really have, about spinal cord injuries and the research that's going on. At the very beginning, it was like, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yes.
What's transpired? Have they hit a dead end, or have they hit a stone wall? What's going on?
As you probably are aware, research costs money. So it's government funding for those research programs. What I learned when he first got injured, only 1% of people with tetraplegia, which is what Chris has, shoulders down, only 1% walk again. I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
Of course, now, when I realized he had a spinal cord injury, I'm like, what pill, what machine,
Right.
what do I do to get him fixed?
To walk again.
Yeah. You know, and so then you become this crazy person calling the researchers, which I did.
Well, that's not becoming a crazy person. That's a parent doing what a parent does.
Mm-hmm. And I called, there's tons, like stem cells, there's all kinds of stuff out.
right.
In fact, my niece froze her cord from her first pregnancy, thinking if something comes out with stem cells, and you know, she'll be able to donate that. But there's a thing called epidural stimulation, which they put around the spinal cord, and what happens is when there's a scar around your spinal cord, the neurons cannot go up and down. So his injury is C345, so it's here. So nothing from here down.
So it's the back of the neck.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the spine.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so from here down, there's nothing, no messages going up and down. And there's all kinds of research that happens in Europe that you start to follow and realize that it may not necessarily, efficacy, I love that word.
Yep.
Say it again.
Efficacy.
Efficacy.
Safe.
Right.
I had to learn that word.
Wow.
So, okay, does he have the same or a similar injury to what Christopher Reeve had?
Christopher Reeve was 1 level up, 2 levels up, C1. When you're vented,
Right.
you're higher up.
So that's a big difference
Huge.
between what Christopher Reed had and Chris has, because
Yes.
Chris has never had to been vented.
Oh, he's been vented.
I just want to move this up a little bit.
Sure.
So everybody can hear you.
But,
Okay,
but he's
thank
never had to be vented on a permanent basis.
No, he initially was vented. Because
And no more.
no more.
So what's Chris been doing the last 11 years?
He's gone skydiving. He's gone snow skiing.
He's gone skydiving?
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
On the Gofundme, I put the videos up. He's gone surfing with Wounded Warriors. He went out to all the 4th graders in the Merrimack Valley school system and talked about the importance of having strong mind, soul, and spirit, not necessarily paralysis. And the kids would come over, like you, as an adult, would not be as comfortable talking to him.
Right.
But kids are like, how do you make that wheelchair go with that thing? You know, and they'll ask questions and what have you. So he did that as like a public service to try to, you know, keep kids safe.
Now, the skydiving, who took him I saw the picture. Who was it? Yeah, but did you jump?
I jumped out of the freaking plane.
You're the one that was holding him?
I wasn't tandem with him, no, but I went. There was his father, my sisters, 2 sisters, me,
Jesus.
and no, go ahead, laugh.
How the hell did you
Go ahead, laugh.
I was going to say, you did that?
I did that. And the week before, this old lady, my age, was jumping out of a plane and almost came out of her straps. And here, I had no intention of doing it, so I ended up having to wear his college roommate's dirty socks, sneakers, from the back of his truck. I said, if he's going to die, I'm going to die with him. And you're up in the plane, all of a sudden they push you, and you go, oh.
No time to think.
And
how was the landing?
My sister broke her tibia, and she deserved it.
Okay.
She deserved it because I'm asking.
Nobody deserves it.
She did, because I'm asking questions, before we go.
And she wasn't paying attention.
No, she's saying to me, stop asking questions, pay attention. I said, all right. She breaks her tibia. I said, crawl off that field.
And how did you land?
I went with my feet up, like I should have. Go ahead, laugh.
I'm not laughing. Yes, I am.
Where do they have this? Where did you
Orange,
do it?
I think, Orange,
Mass. Yeah.
And ironically, a friend of mine got killed like 10 years previous. His parachute didn't open, and I still jumped.
Is he keeping? Is Chris on a day-to-day basis keeping his mind active?
He works.
What does he do?
He is a project manager for a landscape design firm that his college roommate started. So he does all of the business planning, training, social media. So he does work.
And now, okay, so how does he disseminate that information to the general public being wheelchair bound? For instance, putting a business plan together. How does he do all that? Really?
He has a mouth stick, and he can use that mouth stick typing like I can't even begin to tell you. He uses Siri a little bit, and it's not really a reliable thing, but he does use this, and he does graphic designs. He gets on.
You're kidding.
This is inspiring.
Yeah.
Really is inspiring.
Yeah.
This is, it's a tragic story, but I mean, you've got to look at what the individual did and how he has survived going forward. And he's like, are you kidding me?
But he's fortunate. He's fortunate to have the parents he has.
Absolutely.
Because I think at some point you get so overwhelmed. Putting someone with a serious problem like he has in an institution becomes an option. And to your credit, and to your husband's credit, and to your family support, you're keeping him at home.
Absolutely.
And like I said earlier, it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
Kathy, did he go through in the initial stages? I'm sure he did. The depression and all that. Or did Chris?
I'm sure
Because he's got a really strong personality and mind.
Yeah.
I mean, did he just say, "Tough crap"?
No, everybody does. I would not be telling the truth if I said he didn't, but it was not visible. It wasn't something that you acknowledged and saw every day. There were times that he would take his wheelchair into his apartment and privately deal with some stress.
Emotions.
Emotions. But I have never really seen it. I've never seen him to the point where I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do here?
How's his appetite?
Oh, good.
Good.
Burritos.
Burritos.
He loves burritos. Now I'm going to probably get 20 dozen burritos at the house, which we did do at one point.
Again, we had chatting with Kathy Bosher Reynolds. We have a GoFund. Well, she started the GoFundMe page. We're just trying to help out.
And I remain drinking.
She does. We're trying to help out. If you could please make a donation. No donation is too small. $10, $100, $1,000, depending on your financial situation. So in your case, you should pay for the whole van.
Who are you talking to?
Who you talking to?
You got more freaking. Listen to me.
Talking to me?
You have more money than you know what to do with. You're the only guy I know.
Andiamo.
No, you're the only guy. You know what he does? I'll tell you what he does. Once a week, every Friday night, he stands on his roof of his house, and the neighborhood comes around, and he throws $10 bills out off the top of his roof. It's amazing.
Stock tips, maybe?
Mikey, I got
I got something for you.
I got some stock tips for you called Collectible memorabilia, sports memorabilia.
Sounds good.
Home
to
run,
me.
baby.
Hey,
Go ahead.
as long as it works, I don't care what it is.
You're right.
I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
donations. Do you have a 501c3? How is something like this
That's
work?
an excellent question. You cannot form a nonprofit which is a 501c3, that inures to the benefit of an individual, or
can-
everybody would do that.
You cannot. Okay.
Cannot. So like rich people would be doing nonprofits for their children by putting money in there and taking the tax deduction. So it is not a tax deductible event when you make a gift. But you can also send a check to me if you don't want to. Some people don't like the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So it's on the GoFundMe with my address.
Oh, good.
And who to write the check out to.
So, but if they write a check, they can take it as a deduction? They cannot. Okay.
It's not a 501c3.
Okay.
Unless you make it some kind of a marketing thing.
No, I mean, listen, in this kind of a situation, I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you.
No, I was just curious because I know some of our listeners may have that running through their mind a little bit.
I agree.
I mean, we have
get it a lot.
next to no deductions at all anymore.
Right.
So, you know, something, every little bit helps. 200 here, 200 there.
Totally agree with you. Kathy, do you and Chris have some concerns about going forward relative to Chris? I mean, physically, are there concerns right now?
Are you referring to him outliving the family?
Not necessarily that, but I'm just saying overall with his health, with his spirit, his mind, all of that.
My biggest concern is what will happen when I die.
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern, if I go before him. And, I'm in the process of trying to find an attorney to help me because if anything goes directly to him, he comes off all Mass Health benefits. He cannot have more than $2,000 to his name.
That's amazing. That's just...
And, from his perspective, he
you
wants...
You carry that in your wallet.
From his perspective, he wants to earn money so that he can start his 401k, so that he'll have a retirement benefit, but he cannot do that based upon the current rules of the government.
Are there residential situations for adults that no good? Really? Yeah, I could see that.
For somebody like Chris, who doesn't have any issues with his brain, mental state, and he's also very entrepreneurial. So he would want to remain in his house. Like my house is a ranch, and he designed a back patio for him to go out and enjoy the outdoors because he was an outdoor kid. It's actually very pretty. But no.
So at some point in time, I mean, if everything lines up directly, God forbid, if you go before him, I mean, aren't there professional people you can bring in residentially to maybe sit with him, to live there or come in on a daily basis?
I think the biggest question, Tommy, is the transfer of assets.
Right, yeah, that I don't know.
From you and your husband to Chris without affecting him that he loses benefits. And that, there are people that can help you with that. Dan Debricare is coming to mind.
Actually, Dan's very good.
Dan has done.
I saw him on your show.
He's excellent. He really is good.
He is. He's outstanding.
Yeah.
He's outstanding. And
when it comes to
something,
that stuff.
he would give you all the time in the world. He's got a heart of gold. The whole family. I'd recommend. If you were my sister, I'd recommend him.
I actually saw him on your show, and I went and liked his page, and I started to communicate. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So that's another benefit to one of your sponsors. Got somebody like me saying.
You know something? You got to come here more often.
I'm telling you.
We are chatting with Kathy Bosher.
And I'm an Irish Catholic, not an Italian Catholic.
I want to talk about that. We have a few minutes before we take a break.
How did we let an
You guys
Irishman
hold on.
in?
Salute. Is that right?
Look at the hand motion. No.
I practice all weekend. Salute.
But wait a second. You guys are both.
Wait a minute.
You're both Lawrence High alums, correct?
Yes.
Now
and I'm older than him.
No, you graduated in 1952, and you graduated in 78, 79, 73. I'm older than you, too.
You are? I thought you were younger.
Shoot.
I'm older than dirt.
Anyways, you both graduated from Lawrence High. Notice the big difference from when he graduated to when you graduated. When you graduated in 1973, Lawrence High was a pit.
It was not.
In 1967, it was.
That's an awful thing to say.
It was a great public.
I beg to differ.
About our alumni.
I beg to differ with you.
When Mike was there, it was a great public institution.
Public institution.
Wasn't it? No, you guys both graduated.
They took the wall down, though, after I left.
How'd you like Lawrence High?
You want some history. I was the first female student to wear a pantsuit to Lawrence High School.
Her picture's in the gym.
That's my claim to fame. I should be in the...
Wait a second. First of all, how do you know that?
Because I had to go down to Miss Condon, who was the dean of girls.
Miss Condon, she was tough.
See, you remember.
She was there when you were there?
Yeah.
And you had to get permission?
No, I was like, she didn't know what to do with me.
The teachers sent her out of the class to go to Miss Condon.
Yeah, because she didn't know what to do with me.
And they allowed it?
Yeah.
Did after that happened, did like all hell, the dam break? It did. Everybody came in with pantsuits.
Look at them now.
Oh, please, yeah.
Well, wait a
Pajamas.
second. No, now they wear uniforms.
Well, no, true.
Yeah, I know, but you went through a period.
Where they wore pajamas.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
At Austin Prep, you know what we had to wear?
With no underwear.
Excuse me, Austin.
No, I'm being...
Austin Prep.
We had to wear jacket and tie.
At Lawrence High, we did too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
1963. I graduated in 63.
Can you imagine wearing a jacket and tie to school today?
I think it's great.
I do too.
Have some self-respect for yourself.
too.
Instead of going out looking like a bum all the time.
Yeah, and he's in shorts.
No, shorts are fine, but not in school. And you notice now he's wearing pastels. Before, it was nothing but black,
Can
brown,
I tell you something?
black.
That's because of him.
I
busting
ragged on him.
my
Unbelievable.
chops. I make a point now of wearing light color. He says, you're always in black. I like black.
I understand.
But
it's slimming to you.
No,
I get
but
it.
I
no,
saw
no.
it.
It's all psychological warfare,
I went on,
pal.
I
understand.
Okay, I'm going to mediate this now.
I went on Facebook, and I saw the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. They were interviewing him.
Wait a minute. Whoa. What was it? Who was he?
The Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He's got a Facebook page.
Does he?
And this is the God's honest truth.
No. Of course, I believe you.
And they were interviewing him, and he made a comment about people who wear black all the time.
And that comment was?
The comment was, if you wear black all the time, all the time, he said it takes away from not the karma, it draws something out of your body, like some, karma or some kind of electronic magnet.
Is he related to Madame Jean?
No. So I listened.
Salisbury.
I listened to what you said and what the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi said, and I've decided to downplay my black tops a little bit.
I love it.
Now, for the Great American Collectibles Show, brought to us
we
each
just
week
happened to bring that
by
up.
all of our great sponsors, I have to wear the official Great American Collectibles Show T-shirt.
Well, that's work attire.
Which happens to
get
be
it.
black, David, right?
Yeah.
Chrissy, right?
Yes, I can
Very
see
nice.
it. It looks black.
Chrissy, do you have one of those?
I do.
You do have one.
She wears it as a nightgown.
No,
thing.
I don't want one.
You want one?
No.
I'll give you one.
You don't want one, do you?
If I give you one,
needs it?
If I give you one, will you wear it on the show?
You never asked me to do your show.
No, this show. We'll wear it together. No shot.
Don't cave. Don't cave.
Want money.
Yes, honey. Were you going to say something?
Me.
I was going to say, I think what Mikey meant to say is if you donate another $100 to the charity, he'll wear your shirt on the show.
You will?
200.
Bite me.
That hurts.
What about drink a beer, too?
If I donate another $100 to the GoFundMe, you will wear a great.
You're putting in
my money. We're putting in plus 100. You will wear a Great American Collectibles T-shirt on deal. Done. Next week, baby. Next week.
I'm the winner, Chris is the winner in this.
You're going to
one.
wear
Thank
a Great
you.
American. Now, for another $50,
Oh, God.
will you wear? And this is fair. Will you wear a Great American Collectibles T-shirt and a Great American Collectibles baseball cap?
No.
Whoa.
$100.
No.
Why?
It would cost you at least $300 for that.
Because of the hair?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What?
No,
Nothing.
no.
She's checking the win.
I'll tell you what.
She's checking
No,
the win.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
northern
I'll tell you what.
here.
People,
I
producer
was giving him
friends
a thumbs
who
up
I
in the
love.
background.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to reach out to my two producers.
Can you imagine we get
if
paid
you
for this?
guys,
No, this is like crazy.
If you guys throw in $50 each to Chris's fund, I will throw in $200 more, and you have to wear the hat.
So
In other words, 100 plus 100. So we're going to throw in $200 for you to wear a hat. 50, 50, and 100.
I don't think so. I'd like to help out. I'll be more than happy to
I feel like
raise the ante on my
his
end.
math is getting funny. He said 200 and then 50 apiece.
Yeah,
so
no. What I said was
that would be 300 plus the initial 100.
It's the gummies.
No. What I said was, I said 100 that I'm going to throw in if you wear the T-shirt. Then I said, I'll throw in another 50 if you wear the hat. You said, no, I want 300. I said, we'll meet you halfway. We'll make it 200.
Yeah.
I'll throw in another 100 for the hat, and they're going to throw in $50 each.
We
That's
have this
200.
on recording.
200.
Go back and watch. He says he'll put in 200.
And remember
Total
what he
200.
told us before the show opened?
What's that?
I can't say it on air, but remember how he went shopping because he had to do...
Oh,
Just saying.
yeah. You have to spend so many dollars.
That's that is a totally...
Very good. Very good.
That's I would have to spend it on memorabilia. And actually, though, you do look like a piece of memorabilia. That's what I would have to spend on.
Stuff.
All right, we are chatting.
I'm like Trigger.
We are chatting, and thank you so much to our two producers who are going to contribute $50 each. I can't thank you enough. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all these great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts.
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, we are back, and I am checking my emails. I got all kinds of emails, like 25 emails since we started.
They do it on purpose.
Why are they bothering me?
Excuse me, we're going to toast.
A salute.
Salute.
Why the hell are they
No,
bothering me?
Salute.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, I got to tell you something.
Go ahead.
Ellen and I, we have tomatoes coming out of our backsides. I have never seen such...
7 plants.
7 plants. I'll bet you we have picked 500 tomatoes. I'm talking between the big tomatoes and those little pear tomatoes and the cherry. It's been unbelievable.
Now you're just about on your last.
Yeah, we have probably one more harvest.
Well, that's about it.
And I do it every day. I do the harvest. I love
can't beat it.
I go around with a
your
little
basket?
like an old lady with a little basket.
You know, skirts are in right now. You should put a skirt on.
Well,
for men.
I do that at night.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you wear a hat when you go out?
I do not.
A straw hat? No. For the sun?
I do not.
No?
No. Sometimes I have a baseball cap on.
Which one?
My Great American Collectibles.
Why? Hey, why are you encouraging?
Or my Austin Prep one.
You have one from Austin Prep?
I do, and I also have one from the University of New England.
And we wear our Lawrence High caps, just saying.
You don't even... When was the last time you wore... Have I ever seen
When
you...
I was in the service.
Have I ever seen you with a hat on?
When I was in the... What is it? Would I have a what?
Have I ever seen you with a hat on?
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not a hat person either.
You know, he was going to be a pig. I know exactly what you were thinking.
I misunderstood what you said.
You
I was kind of surprised.
The question that should have been posed, have any of the women that you've ever been with seen you with that? That's what the question
You should have heard our conversation before. It was terrible.
I don't wanna
He
hear
is
it.
a little bit of a pig.
I don't want to hear.
Cochon.
I know that.
Whoa.
That's French.
Yeah.
Je ne parle pas français.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
You wanted to mention how disappointed you are in what's going on with the news today and the negativity.
Jesus.
And you know something, you got me going with that conversation off screen, because I totally agree with you, man. What the hell is going on?
You know, no matter what you listen to, no matter what you go to watch TV, what do you hear? Nothing but just junk.
Is there any positive? Is there any positive
Nothing
news?
ever happens positive because you're never going to hear about it.
Right.
And
It doesn't sell. Doesn't sell.
right.
Negativity sells. You know,
But don't they realize what they're doing to the kids of this world, the general
not just the kids, it's the older people like us.
Yeah, that are retiring, watching our...
Watching everything going down.
I mean, but we don't even watch the news anymore.
Well,
we do not watch the news.
There's certain news stations that I watch. I mean, I like the financial station.
Well, that's different.
I mean, but anyway, all I'm saying is, you know, when the market was really crashing and coming down, you look at the headlines, and if you're living by yourself especially, and you're seeing whatever little assets you have shrinking, then you got somebody screaming at you saying, oh, the market is going down. We're down 20%. We're in a bear market. But there's also times when things go the other way, where there's some good news out there. Yeah. At least report bad and report good. A perfect example was the conversation you and I had back in June, on June 17th. We were here, and you said to me,
I asked you a question about that.
Where do you think the market?
We're going.
And I said, right now we're at major support level, which happened to be 30,000. Well, as of today, as we're talking, the market's up almost 4,000 points in 8 weeks from that point. Yeah. Do you ever see that anywhere?
No.
You've
you're
gained
right.
8.5% of your portfolio.
Back.
It's come back.
Except, Mikey, I want to ask you this question before because I want to make a comment about the media. But so I told you a couple of weeks ago, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I took a big chunk of my investment and put it in a stable fund. Am I ready to pull it out yet? I mean, a stable fund, you're getting 1.5%, and it's significant money.
I think what's happened here is to go up 4,000 points in 8 weeks.
Should I wait a little longer?
We're going to have a little pullback. I'd like to see maybe come down about 1,000 points.
So hold firm for a while.
At that level, when I say we're up about 3,000, which would be us to 33.4, that's major support. At that point, I think I'd become a buyer.
Okay, so hold off till that happens.
Just my gut
No,
feeling.
I appreciate it.
I mean,
listen, I don't want to get into the politics of it because I know your politics. I think you know my politics.
I don't have any.
Right, but whatever being, this is important. That the thing that really disappoints me from both sides of the aisle is that we no longer have newspaper columnists. We do not have news reporters. You know what we have? We have activists They're all...
Everybody's got an agenda, too.
Right. They've all become activists. From David Muir to Fox TV to Fox News, they're all activists. They have an agenda, and they no longer disseminate the news as totally being unbiased. Not one of them, sorry. Not one of them. And it's disgraceful.
And worse than that, Kathy, I believe, and I truly believe this, that some of the professors that are teaching our young men and women,
activists,
they're poisoning.
I agree.
They're activists.
Poisoning the minds of our young people.
Listen, again, that's a political statement you're making because you're saying they're poisoning because you don't believe in their politics. That's not the issue.
It's not their job to give their political...
Issue. That's the issue.
You know something? Teach. You're there to teach.
That's the issue.
Who cares what you think? But
bingo.
When you're 18, 19...
Mikey, you're dead on. The point being is that, you can't say whether they're poisoning. They have no business... They have no business.
And I blame the deans for that.
They have no business fostering any kind of political agenda, whether it be conservative or liberal, on a student. They have no business doing that. That's the problem.
I totally agree. And the current media right now, where's the truth? Is there a truth out there?
It's somewhere in the middle, but we don't know where.
Know.
Exactly.
You're
dead on.
Yeah. So that's what I find. And I'm always watching all news and reading as much as I can, and I still can't find the truth.
You know what I do now? I don't watch the news anymore. I just refuse on TV. But in the morning, when I'm sitting there eating my Cheerios with...
Do you have it with a banana?
Half a banana. I vacillate. One day I have Cheerios.
What is it?
Blueberries.
No, I have Cheerios with a half a banana one day. And then the next day, I'll have some Vans gluten-free waffles, 2 of them.
Oh. What is it? Vans? V-A-N-S?
Yeah, it's gluten-free.
They're good.
Put them in the toaster.
It's a frozen.
And then I don't put any maple syrup on it. I put like a little jam.
Italians are allowed to eat frozen waffles?
I do. But anyway, I went off the rails a little bit. Point being is that I read Fox News.
Yep.
I read CNN.
Yep.
I read New York Post.
Yep.
I read the Boston Globe.
You find the middle.
I can't find the middle. You can't find the middle. That's the thing.
There is.
I go from the Washington Post to the New York Daily News. There is no middle.
It's not even the middle. It's where does the truth lie?
One guy says it's white. One guy says it's black. Nobody says it's gray. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, which I find it disgraceful. The news media has become, they're all activists. No one gives a damn about the truth. That's my opinion. Maybe the Wall Street Journal is the closest. They may be the closest.
This young lady that's being held hostage in Russia.
Be careful here.
Yeah.
So now you're going to foist your opinion, your conservative opinion, on our viewers and listeners. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I know what you're going to say.
She has no respect for the American flag whatsoever.
What did I say?
And for us to turn around and to have to give criminals back to Russia so they can kill more of us, you know
David,
something?
can you help me here?
She's getting...
Can you guys help me here?
You knew right where he was going.
I know that.
Why did you ask the question?
She's getting shafted. I understand that.
Yeah.
It was a minor incident.
It's her fault.
And they're making they're making a big deal out of it.
Dave,
Martha Stewart, that poor thing, she did nothing that I haven't done, you haven't done, David hasn't done.
Wait,
that's not true.
She lied to the feds. You can't do that.
And she spiked
She
her
lied
brownies.
a little bit.
You can't lie to the feds.
And she spiked her brownies.
Yeah, and hey, that's okay.
But this girl, you disrespect the American flag. How many of us have lost uncles, fathers? I mean,
cousins.
It bothers me, Tommy. And for this government to go out of their way to help her, bullshit.
Here's the difference between me and you two.
Oh, you threw me in his camp?
Oh, absolutely. Here's the difference. The difference is that I hear what you're saying, but I'm keeping my personal opinion about that to myself.
I can't. I have to tell you what I'm thinking. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Tell us about Columbus.
You know something? You can't turn around and judge somebody for what happened 500 years ago.
Subject to subject. Go ahead.
You're going to give me a chance to talk?
Go. You got it. We got plenty of time. We got 3 minutes.
You cannot judge a person that lived 500 years ago by today's standards. It's impossible.
Of course not.
How many presidents had slaves? All right? You can't. It's an injustice. Why should you take away something of our Italian heritage?
Okay, next.
When there's also
good point.
Indigenous Week. Or
Okay,
whatever
so
they want to call it.
next, taking down Robert E. Lee's statue.
No.
Thomas
It's
Jefferson.
history. It's history.
Learn by history.
Learn by history.
I'm doing great. Go ahead. Do you agree with it? Thomas Jefferson's statue.
I disagree with it.
Okay,
I'm asking. She's on my side, by the way.
I'm asking the question.
Go,
so
go,
you guys
go for more.
disagree with it. We have about a minute left, David? One more. Come on, David. I need one more.
How about a scale?
Scale?
I'm offended by a scale when I get on it.
Sometimes I think somebody jumps on with me. I'm not sure. One at a time. One at a time.
One piece of advice for the scale: you should weigh yourself every day. A doctor told me that years ago, and I do that. And I keep my little 5 pounds.
I'm offended.
All right, listen.
Me
All right,
too.
we're just about out of time. Real quickly, listen, we have to end this with a few laughs, and we appreciate it. Please, make a donation. Go to the GoFundMe page for Chris Bosher. We really want to help raise the money for a van for this kid. There's no nicer kid in the world, except his mother's a sweetheart, too. We love her.
Thank you.
With that being said, thank you so much, Kathy. We love you. You know
Thank
what
you very
mean to us.
much. I appreciate your interest in my sons.
Mikey, we love you. And to our viewers and audience, remember, if you can't make fun of yourself, please do not make fun of anyone.
And if you happen to be at the Fuller Rose Garden today, drop by, say hello. We'll be up there doing an event. Take care.
We'll talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
Have a great week.
Audio Jungle.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.